just waiting for the lights to come on to get underway for round 5 of the Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge from Watkins Glen. 10 laps of racing ahead of us. Hatton and Henny on the front row. What a mouth-watering prospect. Hatton is going to have his mirrors full of orange with Brian Boomsma right up in there as well. So the red lights are up and we're about to get underway for round 5 of the Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge. There's the green flag and a bit of wheel spin from both of the cars off the front row, and he looked like he just got the better start. He has his drawn alongside and he's going to be on the outside down towards turn 1, and he's going to just plant the throttle now and draw clear on that runoff area down at turn 1. But now is the slipstreaming festival as they rise up the hill. Henny leads Hatton. Dobbelsberger's got himself up into 3rd place ahead of Boomsma. Ellis has dropped back a little bit, so it's this group of 4 fighting over the lead, and Hatton has come back at Henny straight away. Dobbelsberger trying to get in there as well. It's going to be 3 wide as they make their way down towards turn 5, and Hatton has drawn back clear. It's Boomsma, Dobbelsberger and Henny scrapping away between them, and Boomsma makes contact with Dobbelsberger. Dobbelsberger is round, and that is not the return to the championship he was hoping for.
Oh, that's such a shame, but 3 into 1 doesn't go very often, Chris. Hatton is still side by side with Henny though. Henny's not giving up on this place.
Yep, still trying to find his way around the outside. He's having a look up the inside, down towards turn 7, the toe of the boot. You've got to be so careful through there with the camber and the big curb on the inside. Bit of scrapping as they get on the power on the exit. Boomsma still trying to get in there as well. Doesn't look like he's got any front wing damage, and puts his nose right in between the pair, scrapping for the lead, but very quickly decides to pull out of that one. And Henny's still not through, looking back up the inside as they rejoin the old circuit. So Hatton's mirrors full of orange as we expected, and Ellis closing them back down in 4th place. So Hatton leads Henny out of the final corner to complete lap 1, and his advantage is very, very slim indeed. Only a 10th of a second as Henny looking towards the inside, just showing his nose, trying to put Hatton off a little bit there. But it's Boomsma 3rd, Ellis 4th. James Wingfield's got himself up into 5th place. And Boomsma very nearly into the back of Henny's car as they came out of turn 1. Henny just got his wheel on the grass and Boomsma's already cleared him by the time they reached the top of the hill.
Yeah,
just finish off that top 10. Sorry, Chris. Just Power, Drillsma, Shelley, Basso, and Alex Van Gien right up there in 10th place as well. As Henny almost on the grass trying to get back past Boomsma, who's now making a vie for the lead down towards turn 5. Got to go the long way round. Actually seems to be the preferred line round there. I haven't seen anyone make it down the inside just yet, but Hatton has actually fended him off. But Boomsma still with the car alongside Hatton. He's been forced out wide. He might have to yield the lead on this one. Still side by side as they head back down towards turn 7, and Boomsma brakes very, very late and still having to go the long way round, but Hatton will not yield. Henny looking either which way to get round them as well. Ellis just waiting in the wings. He must be loving seeing all this go off. And Boomsma, finally, it looks like he's got his man round the outside of turn 8.
I can't believe this is only lap 2, Chris. We've got another 8 laps of this. I'm going to be breathless by the end of it. Looks like Henny there made a little bit of an error. Ellis is right on top of him, and also Kyle Power has joined the fight as well. Yeah,
Power's got ahead of Wingfield for 6th place. We've got 7 cars in this lead train at the moment. So it is now Boomsma who leads him over the line. Look at them all squabbling for track position going down towards turn 1, all hitting the bump on the middle of the straight as well. So Boomsma leads, but for how long? Hatton is Henny again wide out of turn 1 and dipping a wheel on the grass, and that has put Ellis right on his gearbox as they rise up the hill. But Hatton, as I was saying, definitely within that 4/10 of a second window that will put him alongside Boomsma by the time they get into turn 5. So we've got 4 cars squabbling for position. It's Hatton who's beaten Boomsma on the run down towards turn 5, and it's Ellis trying to get around the outside of Henny as well for 3rd place. Having to go the long way round again, but I think Henny's just fended him off, shows him the curb on the outside, but leaves the door open, and once again propels the advances of his title rival. Kyle Power just sitting there waiting for his opportunity as well. I'll tell you what, Drillsman's going to be back on the back of them as well pretty soon. He's in 7th place and closing them down.
He is. There's been a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes there from Henny. In particular, that first corner, he keeps hitting the bump and missing the apex, put himself wide, and that just reduces his traction a little bit. And that down that front straight, sorry, it's crucial to get the best exit you can.
Got to be careful now because we're going to run into some lap traffic already. So a few incidents down at the back of the field. And, oh my goodness, Hatton he's going to be held right up behind this back marker. Boomsma might try and take opportunity on that one. So the back marker out wide.
And that's given Henny a run on Boomsma actually, although Boomsma, he's going to close him in behind.
Oh my goodness! So close behind them. So that's Andrew Sexton in the yellow car running out wide, trying to avoid this leading pack coming through. So well avoided by the time they got down into turn 1. So close down there. That's actually given Hatton a little bit of breathing room. He's 6/10 clear. So Booms was still going to get a little bit of a slipstream from Hatton. But unless, well, he's already got Henny and Ellis trying to look through on the inside as well, down towards turn 5. So Booms was not getting that slipstream he would have wanted down there. So Henny goes through into 2nd place. Ellis shows his nose, and Boomsma goes well wide beyond the curb, and my goodness, almost collected Ellis as he rejoined the circuit, and that's given Tim a free pass into 3rd place.
As we've seen so far, but not even a half distance yet. There's so much more action yet to come. As you say, Hatton's got a bit of a breathing space, but now Henny is closing up. He's less than half a second behind. It's going to be a battle, I reckon, at the end of this lap to see for the lead. I was just as Ellis goes on the inside of Boomsma there, and he looks like he's taking the position.
Yeah, Boomsma trying to reclaim that 3rd place, and I didn't think you could overtake going into this section of the track, but Boomsma is going to try and find out if you can, and he's done it, so he's reclaimed that 3rd place.
Although, was that the place to do it? Because now he's going to be in front in the slipstreaming section down the front straight. So actually, that may have been a mistake.
He's still roughly in the slipstreaming window of Danny Henny, who once again sort of feigns towards the inside down at turn 1, trying to put Hatton off. I don't think that's going to work on David. Very wise racer, of course, incredibly quick in our karting events as well. Was an A-class finalist in the first karting event, I think B-class champion at Rye House as well. So he's definitely got form.
Here he comes.
So does Danny Henny. And once again, side by side for the lead. Now, Spanners was mentioning this, as soon as you pull out of the slipstream, not only are you not getting a nice hole punch through the air as well, but the side draft actually helps the car that you're trying to pass come back at him. But Henny's been able to get it through this time. I hope somebody's keeping a tab on how many lead changes we've had in this race so far. But Hatton looks for a way back, passes once again Ellis and Boomsma side by side for 3rd place, and it's Ellis who's gotten back ahead. And Power and Wingfield look like they're about to resume battle as well over 5th place. So nice little pairs of battles going. Oh, Boomsma out wide onto the grass and just able to hold it, but that has cost him 2 places as Power and Wingfield go through. So that has put a fair bit of breathing space between the top 2 cars. They might just be able to scamper away now. 1.2 seconds between them. So if they can just kind of get on it a little bit, then they can not worry about that chasing pack so much and just focus on each other.
Carl Powell's an outside shot for a podium place with that little change there. He's only 6/10 behind Ellis, so looking this lap to be in the slipstream to try and overtake.
Yeah, it might be more to defend because he's got James Wingfield right behind him as well. Though Wingfield's just been done by Brian Boomsma down into turn 1, so that's 1 place recovered for the Dutchman. And once again, could be seeing some traffic come into play here as just ahead of Henny and Hatton. They've got some back markers, and Henny, who recognised straight away he had to go defensive. Hatton trying to reclaim the lead round the outside of turn 5. And Henny just shows him the door. Brian, during all that, did reclaim P4, so he's back ahead of Kyle, and will have his eyes set once again on Tim Ellis for that final spot on the podium. So this is lap 6 of 10, so still 4.5 laps to go of this. It's great action.
Just looking a bit further back, Chris, we've got Alex Van Gien and Spanners actually having a fight over 11th and 12th place. They are very close. Spanners with he started in the high 20s, so that's fantastic progress through the field for him. And Trumpets is back in P16, just to keep an eye on our panelists.
Sorry to cut over you there. Richard Molden off right in front of the leaders as they came out of turn 9 and having to take avoiding action.
So as they start lap 7, Danny Henny and David Hatton are right next to each other. There's going to be a definite swap of position here, unless Henny can go defensive into the first corner.
I'll tell you,
thinks better of it.
Boomsma has fallen out of the slipstreaming window of Tim Ellis, so he might have to try something a bit special to get back in there. But it's going to be hard because he's still got Power and Wingfield breathing down his neck. Up at the front of the field, though, Hatton and Henny, they're going to do the dance once again, as it were. Henny moves to the right and Hatton goes to the left. And who's going to emerge out on top in this one? Hatton's out-dragged him by the time they get down to turn 5 this time. And he covers off the inside for turn 5. And he tries to brave it out around the outside, but just does what Henny has done to him on the previous 2 laps. Shows him the curb and Hatton retakes the lead.
It's going to turn out a bit like the 500. You kind of want to be on the in second place on the final lap, don't you?
And he's got so much more braking confidence down into turn 7. Very nearly went into the back of Hatton's car. I'm sure that was a heart-in-mouth moment. And look, Henny, he's not waiting for the obvious place to overtake and reclaim the lead. He's going to try it down the outside into turn 8, but Hatton's not having any of it. Runs him out wide, and he's dodged up the inside down towards turn 9. That was a good move. He's just about managed to draw level with Hatton, and Hatton has a big twitch on the exit of the corner. The rise in the circuit there can really put you off, and Henny thinks about a move into that penultimate corner, but realises that it probably would not end well at all for either of them.
Well, he so nearly lost his front wing on the exit there as Hatton had to check up. Henny was right with him. He was millimetres away.
Is he trying to not get a slipstream down this straight, do you think? Do you think he would be past him by the time they got to turn 1 otherwise?
I think so. You want to be in the slipstream down this section here, through these fast right and left-handers and into down the back straight, I think. This is where you really want to be in with a shout, because as you saw, Hatton was able to just pass very easily before he even got to the corner. Here, Hatton goes defensive.
Hatton weaving from side to side around the S's. So Henny trying to reclaim the lead once again, and side by side down this back straight, and he this time has gotten the whole shot. By the time they get down to turn 5, there's nothing Hatton can do about it. So 2.5 laps to go. Hatton tries to go back around the outside of this next corner, and it's very, very wide.
Crucially, Henny was able to keep Hatton pinned to the inside, which meant he had to check up through the corner, so couldn't go side by side with him, and that's given Henny the lead. But as I say, we're just about to start lap 9, and there's 2 laps to go, Chris. And who's going to end up on top here?
I mean, there's great respectful racing, it must be said, and these two have not broken form. And he had a little bit of a scrappy start to this race, but he's really regained his composure beautifully. And look at the confidence he has running it right up to the grass on that curb on the exit of turn 8. Even took a little bit of grass and still manages to keep it pinned.
Looking a bit further back, so Boomsma has lost out to Wingfield, although he is tucked right up in his rear wing. So expect that to change fairly shortly, but that's for a battle for 5th and 6th place. Behind him we got Drillsma, and Ismail Basso is making good progress through the field there as well. Stephen Williams being chased down by Andy Flagg. And to update you on the battle between Van Gien and Spanners, Van Gien is still there, but Spanners appears to have dropped down to 21st place, so there must have been an error. In fact, he's in the pits. Let's see if we can get him in our commentary.
Oh, we'll maybe try and speak to him after the race, because right now it's going to be on once again for the lead. 2 laps to go, including this one, and Hatton tucked up right under the rear wing of Danny Henny's car and pulls out once again. And probably for the 15th time this race, it's side by side for the lead, and Hatton going all the way around the outside. I think he's made it work this time. Henny wasn't able to run him out wide. He just didn't quite have the momentum on the exit of the corner, though. Running a tighter line through this turn 6, but he can't really do anything with it.
Yeah, he got up on the curb and got a bit squirrely, and that lost him a little bit of momentum, and then he couldn't keep his nose stuck in there, Chris.
I have no idea how this was going to pan out. Usually Henny just romps clear in these feature races, and this hasn't been the case at all. Hatton has been superb this race.
So, and we said Hatton is in the prime position because on the start of the final lap, he's going to be in second, tucked right up behind Henny. So Henny's going to have to defend for his life to win this race. I'm so excited.
Trying all out every place. Yeah, we've seen them maybe experimenting a little bit with lines. Can I make it around the outside of this corner? All in preparation probably for this final lap. I will say Henny he's put the pedal to the metal a little bit in that final sector and given himself just a couple of tenths over Hatton. It's 6 tenths as they went over the line. So we're going to have an almighty run through this first corner. Bit of traffic coming out the exit of the corner. Out of the pits, but Hatton back in that slipstream once again. I wonder if Henny's just pulled enough of an advantage in those crucial few corners before the start of this final lap to stop Hatton getting alongside him down here. Still goes defensive. Well, he's breaking the slipstream actually. He'll probably weave again by the time they get down to turn 5. So no attack from Hatton that time round. That could be crucial. He has closed up the gap once again. It's now under 4 tenths of a second, but I can't see a place where he's going to get through now.
Yeah, I think the back marker coming out of the pits put Hatton off a bit. He couldn't get down under right on the apron there, and that broke the toe. So Hatton 6 tenths behind. I don't think he's going to make it now, Chris. There's not enough overtaking opportunity the rest of this lap.
I might be banking on a mistake from Henny. There is Luca Harrison just up ahead of them, about to be lapped. So that's not a car that Danny's going to catch very, very quickly. Just a couple of corners to go, and it looks like this is Danny Henny's to lose now. David Hatton has thrown absolutely everything and the kitchen sink at Danny Henny in this race. Henny has driven remarkably and well composed after a bit of a scruffy start to the race, and after breaking the record for the number of wins in this championship at Silverstone last time out, he is now going to extend it with victory in the feature race at Watkins Glen. David Hatton put up a stern attack, but he couldn't quite make it. It's second place for him, and Tim Ellis does indeed come over the line in third place. And then that battle for fourth, that went to Kyle Power and James Wingfield. And Brian Boomsma, looks like he had a problem down there somewhere, because he seems to be down in 12th place. It's Alex Dronesma who takes 6th place ahead of Stephen Williams, Andy Flagg, Alex Van Geen inside the top 10, 9th, and Ishmael Basso just picked... Basso got to 10th place, but he's got no rear end of his car. So I wonder what on earth happened to Ishmael Basso at the end of that race, but still going along. I mean, well done, sir. So our 3 championship protagonists lock out the podium. Should we see if we can get Danny in here, Chris?
Yeah, I will try and grab him first of all. So, Danny, that was an interesting race. What a battle between you and Hatton there. We were on the edge of our seats the whole way round.
I've just said to Dave, I hope they've got that on the stream, because that was by far the best race I think I've ever had. That was, I was sweating on that one. I didn't think I were going to get that on, lap 2 when I was down in 4th. But yeah, amazing race.